Any health-related information on the following show provides general information only. Content presented on any show by any host or guest should not be substituted for a doctor's advice. Always consult your physician before beginning any new diet, exercise, or treatment program.
Have you tried a liver cleanse and it didn't really give you the results you wanted, and maybe you felt even worse? There might be a reason, and we're going to dive into it. Welcome to Accelerated Health with Sara Banta, where I cut through the noise and fast track your journey to better health. I'm your host, CEO and founder of Accelerated Health Products, and certified by the National Association of Nutritional Professionals. I'm here to share the latest on supplements, wellness hacks, and natural health solutions that actually work. Imagine that, from boosting energy to detoxing to balancing hormones and everything in between. I will help you reach your optimal health. So let's dive in. We're talking about liver cleanse detoxes, the good, the bad, and the not recommended. So we're going to talk about why they can be helpful, how they can backfire. The liver performs over 500 vital functions, so you gotta love your liver. And what the popular liver cleanse ingredients like glutathione and turmeric and ginger may actually backfire. What? Who said? Right? We know that maybe you shouldn't be drinking alcohol, and maybe you should drink a little more water, and maybe you should stop eating the donuts. But where else are we going wrong? Well, your liver works around the clock, processing everything from that morning coffee, which I'm not going to take away from you, to prescription drugs, non-prescription drugs, and even the liver cleanse detox industry wants you to believe this remarkable organ needs your help. But let's talk about what the science says. So your liver is already naturally the most sophisticated detoxification organ in the body. But this is the problem. We are in a modern firestorm of toxins that our bodies have never seen before. So our livers are being asked to do way more than they've ever been asked for. And with that being said, we don't know the results. We're seeing chronic disease skyrocket, cancer skyrocket, colon cancer skyrocket, ADHD, brain diseases, Alzheimer's, dementia skyrocket, gut issues, IBS, IBD, dysbiosis, all the things. So the liver's detoxification system operates through two well-established phases that continuously work. Phase 1, liver enzymes, particularly the cytochrome P450 system, chemically modifies toxins by oxidizing, reducing, or hydrolyzing them. This process makes these substances more water soluble, prepares them for that phase 2 processing. So in phase 2, the liver attaches molecules like glutathione, we need it, sulfate, or glycine to the modified toxins from phase 1, making them safer for elimination through urine and bile. We got to be pooping, guys, to get the toxins out. We got to be peeing, so we got to take care of our kidneys too. Well, what makes your liver truly extraordinary is its ability to regenerate damaged tissue when the underlying cause of injury is removed. Unlike other organs, a healthy liver can restore itself, providing you give it the right support. But with so many incoming threats, how is it even going to breathe to be able to regenerate? So this is where cleanses might come up. Over 45% of the U.S. adults have fatty liver disease. This was a disease only for alcoholics in a prior generation. 25% of our children have fatty liver disease. Our children don't drink alcohol. So what is really fueling this issue? And we're not just talking about fatty liver disease. We're talking about a whole bunch of other issues and just suboptimal functioning of the liver. When your liver's not working, you're going to get bumps on the back of your arms because you're not processing fats in your diet. You're going to get headaches, liver headaches, gut issues, because the liver's part of your digestion. If you can't process fats or assimilate proteins if your liver is backed up. You can't have a healthy metabolism and thyroid health if your liver's backed up, because that's where T4 converts into T3, the thyroid hormones, right? So what is going on here? It's not just alcohol. We've got processed foods. This is 70% of the American diet. Refined sugars, inflammatory seed oils, chemical preservatives. The seed oil thing, that is a big talking point right now. Why was it not a big deal a couple generations ago? Because our diets didn't have an overabundance of it. And yes, we need some, but we don't need the highly processed seed oils that are overwhelming our systems. And then take the high fructose corn syrup. It's metabolized almost entirely by the liver, unlike glucose. That means more fatty buildup, more inflammation, a greater risk of developing fatty liver, even in people who don't drink alcohol. And these foods don't just burden the liver, they rob it of nutrients. So they're literally not giving you nutrients, they're stealing nutrients that you already have. It's not food, people. Processed food is not food. It's not giving you nutrients. It's not even like a zero-sum game. It is stealing nutrients from your body, causing leaky gut just with one meal. And so when you do eat that healthy meal the next time and you've got leaky gut, you're not going to absorb those nutrients from that healthy meal. And your liver's working extra hard already. Then you've got number 2, oxalates. These are in healthy foods. Spinach in your green drink, almonds, beets. Who's taking beet supplements for nitric oxide? Those beet supplements, number 1, don't work and full of concentrated oxalates. They sound like they're good for you, but diets high in oxalates can build up in the liver and the kidneys and the thyroid, especially if your detox pathways are sluggish. They cause liver and kidney stress, hypothyroidism, going to slow down your metabolism, joint pain, stiffness, brain fog, fatigue, urogenital issues. So this is why even healthy foods can backfire. Then you've got number 3, the sulfur-rich foods, another group of healthy foods. Cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, garlic, onions. They've been long praised for their detoxification effects. But thanks to glyphosate and other environmental toxins, our sulfur pathways are compromised. So these foods back up our liver, make things worse. Sulfur can convert into sulfites, which are inflammatory and irritating to the liver and the brain. And then you're going to see skin rashes, IBS, brain fog, mood swings, and fatigue. This is not what we want, especially when we're eating these foods thinking they're good for us. Heavy metals, they're invisible. They're in our organic chocolate whey protein powder. So those of you thinking you're doing the right thing and the healthy thing, you're getting exposed to. When I started my health journey, I was so high in aluminum, mercury, and cadmium and lead, and off the charts. And I thought I was healthy. And this was back in 20 years ago, 2005, when the amount of heavy metals and microplastics and all these toxins was much lower. But these metals are hiding in our food, our water, our air, even our beauty products that you're putting on your skin that are being absorbed. Remember, your skin is your largest organ. And when your skin is exposed to things topically, they go right into your system, and your liver's got to filter those. So they create oxidative stress, drive up that inflammation, damage the liver cells, contribute to fatty liver disease, brain fog, hormonal imbalances, autoimmune issues, fatty liver disease from things other than alcohol, from our lotions. Are you kidding? Yes, this is real. So this is where all these things start stacking up. And I have this conversation in my own household. They're like, Mom, the dishwasher soap, the natural one doesn't work. We've got to use the toxic one. And that's not going to be a big deal. Well, it's not a big deal if that's the only toxic exposure. But you've got your laundry detergent, the air, the fluoride in the water, the arsenic in the water, the arsenic in your brown rice that you think is healthy, even your organic brown rice. I know it can be very overwhelming, but this is why we have to give our liver some love. Number 5, iodine deficiency. So I talk a lot about iodine, but the problem is it's no longer in our diet. and the need for iodine is so much higher. So we have both things going in the wrong direction. The need has gone up and the supply has gone down. This is in economics, right? You've got the demand going up and the supply going down. What does that do? That drives up the prices. Well, the price of iodine is needed and it's so much more valuable for our systems. People think of iodine just as the thyroid nutrient, which you need for T4 and T3. It's the 4 and 3 molecules of iodine. Iodine helps regulate your metabolism, supports the liver's ability to break down toxins and fats. Now, I went through a huge liver issue about 9 months ago. My liver, there was a firestorm of spike protein exposure. I'll talk about that in a minute. Viral issue and parasites and a bad supplement that was toxic to my liver. And it was like, boom, my liver said, I give up. My numbers skyrocketed. And I could not break down fats in my diet. I would get nauseous every time I ate fat. And then I couldn't assimilate protein, eating tons of protein, 200 grams a day, way more than I needed, but my body could not turn that protein into muscles. So what did my body do? Actually started eating my own muscles, and I was burning up from the inside. It didn't make sense. It's not always about calories in, calories out. Your body is a very smart system, and it's going to survive, whatever that means. So my body was adjusting to the liver being under threat. So here's the scary part about the iodine, is that 96% of Americans are iodine deficient. Iodine deficiency is the number one cause of depression. Iodine deficiency is the number one cause of mitochondrial failure. We see all of these peptides and longevity supplements boosting mitochondria. Guys, if you're not taking iodine to boost your mitochondria and your mitochondria is going to die, don't waste your money on these expensive supplements. Start with the basics, and then you can optimize if you want. But iodine deficiency is real because of the depleted soils and also due to the halogens like fluoride, bromine, chlorine. Chlorine is being used to wash our organic vegetables at Whole Foods and these natural markets. Fluoride is in our water. Thank God the government is noticing that it's not good for us, and they're trying to pull that out in some states. Keep pushing, people. We need it out of our water. And these things are blocking iodine absorption, and they occupy that same receptor site in your cell. So your cell has iodine receptor sites, and if there's not enough iodine in your body, those other halogens will fill those receptor sites. So without iodine, these toxic halogens can wreak havoc. Did you know that most women who have breast cancer are low iodine and high in bromide in their breast tissue? Okay, number 6, endocrine disruptors. These are the toxins that hijack your hormones and your liver. Plastics, microplastics, pesticides, cleaning products, cosmetics. These are loaded with endocrine disrupting chemicals that mimic or interfere with your body's hormones. They look like estrogen, not the good kind, but the bad kind. They overwhelm your detox symptoms, and just that is going to lead to insulin resistance. So yes, your blood sugar can go up if your liver is being taxed, and this is all without eating that brownie or that bagel or the sugar. Hormonal chaos, fat accumulation in the liver. This is all going to happen from those excess bad estrogens in the body. Number 7, I mentioned this and I got hit. The spike protein. We all have it in our body. I don't care who you are, unless you're living in Greenland or Antarctica, away from modern world. We've all been exposed. We're still learning about the long-term effects, but we do know that it interferes with the liver. It disrupts the liver cell function, impairs the cell detox pathways, interferes with insulin signaling. So you actually might have more insulin resistance without changing anything. It increases inflammation and water retention. Why are we bloated all the time out of nowhere? It affects your mood, can make you depressed, and it lowers your energy. So as we are learning more, the liver is really taking the brunt of all of it, unfortunately. So this is the perfect storm. The processed food, the oxalates and sulfur, the heavy metals, the iodine deficiency, hormonal toxins, the spike protein. So remember, demand and supply, right? So the demand has gone up. We need more iodine. We need more liver health and help. But that all of the what's draining the liver health, that has increased with all of these toxins. So what is the science behind these liver cleanses? Because obviously with what I just said, our liver needs some help. But this is the problem, is that the liver cleanse industry has put out there ingredients that could backfire, could put more damage into the liver, that maybe don't work. The supplement industry is full of fraud. Going on Amazon, Walgreens, whatever, you might not even be getting the right product. You might be getting a bottle that says that it is from this company and it's not. But not only that, if it is the right one, they might have fillers in there that back up the liver. So here you're taking a supplement for something in there that is supposed to help your liver, and it's filled with this mold and bacteria and some other ingredients that actually back up the liver. That's why with accelerated health products, we use no fillers. No fillers, no artificial ingredients, only high quality third-party tested ingredients at high concentrations, with each ingredient having a huge purpose. But this is the last thing, is that these companies might be high quality companies and they think they're doing the right thing and they're putting in ingredients that actually hurt the liver. Remember those oxalates and sulfurs that we talked about? They could be using those ingredients thinking it's a good thing and it's not. And so some people are seeing, oh, well, maybe I'm getting a temporary weight loss, or I feel a little better for a day. Usually the weight loss is from eating less food, maybe less water, that water weight that comes back with a vengeance because you probably were on a low calorie diet for a week or two, which slowed down your metabolism. So now when you eat normal again, you're going to have to eat less to maintain that weight, right? So here we go. What are the risks? You've got all of those ingredients that could damage the very organ that you're trying to help, like turmeric. Yes, it can damage your liver. Kava and even some traditional Chinese or Ayurvedic preparations have caused liver failure, requiring transplantation. Not all liver detox supplements are created equal. Some of the most commonly recommended ingredients like NAC, dandelion root, turmeric, and glutathione. Go look at your liver supplement. I'm sure they've got one of those in there. They can support detoxification for certain people, maybe, but because of all these other toxins hijacking our pathways, these can backfire, making you worse. So let's take a closer look. Those sulfur compounds. Garlic is known to help your liver, but it's full of sulfur. Onions, cruciferous vegetables. These can support phase 2 liver detoxification, but if your clogged liver or clogged sulfur detox pathways are disrupted, then these things are going to actually backfire and make things worse. And they are in glutathione supplements, NAC supplements, DIM supplements. DIM is just concentrated cruciferous vegetables, turmeric. Turmeric's actually oxalates. And oxalates have those, they back up the liver, they cause thyroid issues and all the issues we talked about. But turmeric, beetroot, spinach, those are things that you'll find in some liver supplements, and that can back things up. NAC is just like glutathione. It is the glutathione precursor. So it's often praised as a top tier liver supporting supplement, but it could backfire. So dandelion root, it has been used for years, centuries, as a gentle way to stimulate the liver, support kidney detox. But what happens is it has oxalates, so it can backfire, causing kidney stones, joint pain, thyroid issues. Turmeric's a big one, and it has been in mainstream media lately too. It's well known for its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties, but it also is high oxalates. I was drinking turmeric, fresh organic turmeric, so much daily, and it created kidney stones in me. Not good. Okay. So, and then we've got the glutathione we mentioned, and the DIM. So what do you do? So this is where it was when my liver was under attack. We came out with accelerated liver care. It was a God thing because they came out at the same time. And I thought to myself, well, I'm going to test my own supplement, see if it works. Within 2.5 weeks, my liver enzymes went through from 700, they're supposed to be under 20, to down, normal. That's unheard of. And why is this supplement different than any other liver supplement? I've carried other liver supplements. Those don't even compare to accelerated liver care. We do not use cheap herbs. We do not use sulfur. We do not use oxalates. We use 13 well-crafted, concentrated herbs from around the globe that have a very synergistic effect with each other. So I'll go through the ingredients very quickly. Some you've heard of, some you haven't. Cook tea, an Ayurvedic herb that's known to detoxify and promote bile flow. Whenever someone starts the supplement, they're like, why am I pooping so much? The bile is there to be the detergent to get all of the toxins out of the body. Philanthus is known for its liver protective properties. Tudka, you've heard of it. It's a bile acid that supports that bile flow again, protects liver cells during detox. Eclipta supports liver regeneration, helps the elimination of excess bilirubin. And the Jin Chang Kao, a traditional Chinese herb, is known to remove toxins and support urinary and liver health. So not just your liver, but your kidneys as well. Buplarium. I used to use this with my kids when they were young and they were getting sick. Really good for the immune system. It's a Chinese herb. Milk thistle, you've probably heard of. This is a well-known antioxidant that protects the liver. Pauperera. I bet you haven't heard of it. Rare herb from South America. No other liver supplement uses it. It has supportive effects of the liver, but it has studies against cirrhosis and liver cancer. You can look up those studies. Thai black ginger boosts circulation, mitochondrial health. Skullcap is a calming adaptogen for liver and nervous system. Andrographis, another immune boosting one that I used to use with my kids when they were young. So we also have the calcium D-glucarate, which is my go-to for that safe way of removing excess estrogens out of the body as a replacement for the DIM. So accelerated liver care is number one. Now, I mentioned that everyone is deficient in iodine, and that's where accelerated iodine comes in. Your liver cannot detox without it. Iodine is not just about the thyroid. It's a powerful detoxifier, not just for the liver, but for every cell. The cell has a cell membrane made up of fat and iodine. You can't get those toxins out of the cell without enough of the healthy fats like phosphatidylcholine and iodine, and to get the nutrients into the cell. So you need that iodine for the cell membrane to increase the ATP within the iodine within the cell, that mitochondrial health. Remember, iodine deficiency is the number one cause of mitochondrial failure. So you need it within the cell too. And then outside the cells to clean the blood, antiviral, antibacterial, antifungus, antiparasite, but also to help clean the blood so the liver can do its job. It's monoatomic, meaning it's one molecule of iodine in the most bioavailable form for all of your cells. It's pure, it's enhanced with scalar frequencies, and then it also is paired with non-GMO, organic, 200 proof alcohol. Why is that important? That is the most bioavailable carrier to get into the cells. There's no iodine like it. It kicks out the fluoride, bromide, chlorine, the toxic halogens. It boosts the ATP. It increases your metabolism, which most people are looking for when they're doing a liver detox. Now, you want to pair that with the accelerated ancient salt because that plumps up your blood to cleanse the body. That's why when you're going through a detox, and if you have detox flu symptoms and you get a little nauseous, putting the accelerated salt on your tongue will squash the nausea. It also helps with the undigested fats. So remember, when your liver is compromised, digesting and breaking down fats is very difficult. So the salt can help as well. It's over 62 minerals that are in there. It helps with the electrolyte balance, the intracellular hydration. It's enhanced with scalar frequencies. There's no microplastics, mold, or toxins. So unlike many salts, including Himalayan salt, that are full of bird droppings and microplastics, this one is hand inspected and there's no toxins like that. So really important for whenever you're doing a liver cleanse. I use it daily on all of my food. Once you taste it, you'll never want to go back. So with this, with the accelerated liver care and the accelerated iodine, you're detoxing, right? We're kicking out the toxins. To quicken the process and to avoid those detox flu symptoms, you need the accelerated cellular detox powder to soak up those toxins and get them out of your body really quick. This is a daily regimen for me and everyone in my family. Right at night before bed, my sleep score does so much better when I have it, and I mix it with the Magnesium Breakthrough Tart Cherry Drink, my new favorite combination at night. My sleep score has been so much better. It sweeps the toxins out of the body before they get reabsorbed. Okay, so you've got the micronized zeolite, a negatively charged volcanic mineral that binds to the heavy metals, ammonia, toxins to get them out. Human-grade diatomaceous earth helps with the detoxification, helps with getting rid of parasites and fungal overgrowth. Chitosan, I love this. It binds to the fats and the excess dietary cholesterol you don't want and gets it out of your body. Also the heavy metals and lead, mercury, and it helps with weight management. Organic triphala is a gentle Ayurvedic herb that balances your digestion and also helps with bowel regularity. And slippery elm that helps create this mucilage to soothe the gut lining and easily have those movements. So, and then lastly, the activative charcoal. So this helps absorb the pesticides, pharmaceuticals, the mold toxins, all of them together. Help just clean things out, reduce inflammation throughout the body, and get everything out. So accelerated liver care, accelerated iodine, accelerated ancient salt, and accelerated cellular detox powder. So you can use these with the accelerated liver flush cleanse, the accelerated liver care, and the detox powder are included in that. And after 2 weeks of prep, you take a drink that's with olive oil and some citrus fruit. I think it tastes great. You drink it and you flush gallstones out into the toilet. Imagine that, seeing it all in the toilet. And then your liver can work. But you got to do some liver love every single day. You need to do it to bring down those elevated liver enzymes that so many people are suffering from, the AST and ALT, the higher cholesterol levels that are coming out of nowhere. This will help regenerate your damaged liver cells and also eliminate the built up toxins that have been there for years and years and years. Helps with digestion, the bloat, all those things, and your energy will be so much higher. Every time I do a liver flush, my energy goes up. Now, it's really important to be drinking water. You could also add in lemon water that's helpful for your liver. Limit your alcohol. I'm just the messenger. Your alcohol is a poison. Your liver and your body see it as a poison. You, of course, maintaining a healthy weight is important. And you might be saying, well, Sarah, I'm trying, but this weight's coming on. Well, your liver's part of it. So it's which came first, the chicken or the egg? And we have some weight loss and fat loss supplements that you can incorporate as well, like the accelerated thyroid, the accelerated fast, and the accelerated aminos. Those work great for maintaining muscle and revving up your metabolism and losing weight. So you can use those as well as you're doing your liver cleansing. So hopefully this was helpful, not overwhelming. You know, there's so many things that are coming at us, these threats, and it can be overwhelming. And that's why you're seeing so much more disease, even at the younger ages. But you can take care of it and give your organs just a little love, and they will take care of you. Our bodies are miracles. You just need to let them work the way they're meant to. So thanks for tuning in today. I hope you got some tools and inspiration to take the next step on your journey. You can head to SaraBantaHealth.com for my articles, my links to my podcasts, and join the group coaching on Telegram. Ask your questions. I post daily. You learn. You're part of a like-minded, amazing group. And you can shop the supplements that we talked about at acceleratedhealthproducts.com. Use coupon podcast10 on your first order. And if you loved what you heard today, or if it hit home, or you're thinking about a friend that this might apply to, send it on. Not only will you help them, but you're going to help this podcast reach more people like you. You can find me on all outlets, all podcast outlets, including Spotify, Apple, YouTube, E360, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Roku, over 100 different platforms. And remember, I'm live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So join me next time for more ways to unlock your health potential.